What's going on, you 3D modeling beasts? This is JL Musi, and in this video, I want to talk about a new 3D portfolio website for 3D artists to use alongside ArtStation and DeviantArt. For a very long time, portfolio websites and communities have been a great place for 3D artists to browse through and look at other artists' works and draw inspiration from that, build connections with other artists in the field, and also upload your own portfolio in hopes to attract new clients. With a multitude of platforms dedicated to hosting 3D artists' portfolios, we often have to evaluate which ones are worth our time investment in not only uploading and maintaining our portfolios, but actually spending time within that community. At this point, you probably heard of platforms like ArtStation and DeviantArt, but I want to introduce you to a new player in the space. And they've actually been around quite a bit, but they are overhauling their old platform and creating a brand new one with some amazing new features and capabilities. This platform is Area by Autodesk, and this video is sponsored by Autodesk. How this collaboration came about is they reached out to me. Before agreeing to do the video, I was given beta access to thoroughly test the new platform. And I spent a couple of weeks just uploading my content and really evaluating if this was a platform that I see myself using and also recommending to my viewers. After fully evaluating Area, I really did decide to just go forward with the video, as this platform does offer a lot of great features that I really haven't seen in other platforms before. Let's go ahead and break down Area by Autodesk. We're going to start with a general tour of the website. I'm going to be breaking down how I'm actually using, and we're also going to explore some of the benefits that you'll gain if you choose to use the platform. And along the way, I'll be sharing some great tips to help level up your 3D portfolio. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're at the home page of the Area. You see all this great artwork, except for this JL guy. His work's pretty terrible. But other than that, everything else is pretty solid. So I like the way that this is actually broken down. Some other platforms, sometimes you're overwhelmed with all the menus that you have here in the different areas. Here, they basically have it organized into 3 modules, which I could really appreciate. The first one is Inspire. This one is pretty much set for gallery articles, and they actually have a member of the month and member of the year. So they actually go through and award different artists for different achievements, which I think is pretty nice. And then they have a Learn area as well, where you have tutorials, free courses, and assets as well. Somebody like me that's a content creator, I could really appreciate a section like this, as tutorials actually are another way of just really getting your name out. So that is one tip that I do recommend for added attraction to really your online profiles, is incorporate some type of tutorials or some type of articles and breakdowns, as well as leveraging your 3D portfolio to really help get traction on all different sides of a lot of these platforms. And the last main module here is the community, and you see that we have a group. So let's check that out. And this is a feature that I'm really excited about, is having these groups, the way that it's actually created and the aesthetic appeal of it. It's a really clean design. So for example, we have a couple of groups here, and they're also going to be added user created groups as well. So the community is going to be able to come in here and create individual groups. But if we jump here to this game dev group, you see the nice clean design. You're able to interact, comment, and create posts, as well as really just seeing all the members within that group. So I'm super excited about this group features. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Facebook groups, except the fact that you won't be on Facebook. So I know some people don't use Facebook much. So if you're somebody that's not on Facebook, but you actually want to get that nice community feel that groups can provide, this is a viable alternative. So I jumped over to my profile. If you create a profile in the Area, this is what you'll most likely be greeted with when you're creating that profile. At the top left, you see that we have pretty much your different social media links, as well as a place to upload a link to your website. Very clean design here. The tools that you use and the industries that you have worked in. All those things can be listed on the left-hand side. And then we have artworks, tutorials, articles, and your resume. This is how your artworks will look. So let's go ahead and jump into one of these. And you see that we have a pretty clean design. You also do have the ability to toggle the website from dark to light mode, which is very nice. I really like the interactive builder. So if you actually build websites on Wix, it kind of gives you the same vibe, and it gives you a lot of control on the different sections that you can build within your portfolio pieces. So for example, if I wanted to add some text here, what I would do is just come down to the bottom, add some content, and I have the ability to add different elements all on the fly using this little pop-up widget. So for example, if I wanted to add some text, I could just go in here, quickly add it, style it however I want, and then I can go ahead and use these little buttons here and help me basically shuffle these little sections of content throughout these different blocks. It also gives you the ability to reposition your elements by simply clicking and dragging them up or down. So it's just a real intuitive way of getting a little bit more sophisticated with the designs within your portfolio. The next part that I want to jump into is the tutorial section. For any content creator, anytime that you can spread your tutorials that you already have on Vimeo or on YouTube to multiple different sites, this becomes not only a great way to add value to other 3D communities, but also really expand your reach and get more traction on the content. So I'm really attracted to this tutorial section that they have. And like I said, this actually goes past tutorials. You have a section for full series, and you also have a section for assets. If you're somebody who likes to share your assets, this can be a great way to get additional traction as well. So here you'll see a tutorial that I uploaded, and this has the same great capabilities as far as the layout that I showed you within the portfolio section. So not only can you put the video, align it how you want, you could also create these text blocks and move them as you wish. So you'll know that I have some of my works uploaded here. And one of the portfolio tips that I do want to share while I'm on this section is go ahead and start weeding out your best and worst pieces. I see a lot of beginner students actually upload all their work, and it's really not necessary. Sometimes having just a few strong pieces can be a lot better to having some poorly executed pieces along with some great ones. So get in that habit of weeding out your weaker pieces and replacing them with better pieces. And that's something that I'm always looking to do. So any of the older pieces that are not as great, I go ahead and swap them out with my newer works. Let's go ahead and check out the gallery section. This is a very important part for a 3D community, is to be able to properly display all the great artwork that the members create. You see the nice clean design. You have the ability to send some love over to the artists that you like. So if there's a piece of artwork that you like, you can smash that little heart button and that artist will be notified that you actually like and appreciate their work. They have these nice little filters here that you could filter out by tools. So if you wanted to see some works in a specific package, you could do so by filtering this out. And even though this is a Autodesk platform, they support all different packages. So it's not just Autodesk products. So if you wanted to check out maybe something made in ZBrush, you can click down here, jump down to the bottom and enable that filter. On the left-hand side, you see that you do have some filters here from recent to most popular, and you have editor's picks, which is kind of nice because they'll go and hand curate some of the best portfolio pieces within the platform. A great plus in my book, seeing that I'm solely focusing on 3D art at this point in my career, even though that I used to do a lot of 2D work earlier on, I am currently focusing on 3D art, and this website only caters to 3D art itself. So in other platforms that have 2D content and 3D content, it can be really hard to get the attention of a viewer or even a potential client if that client has so many choices, including great, amazing 2D artwork to actually look for. So if you're strictly a 3D artist, I think this platform offers a great leg up because you won't be competing with a bunch of amazing 2D artists and you're not constantly competing for that attention. So in my opinion, it's going to be a little bit easier to get traction to your 3D work and your portfolio as a whole. Thank you so much for tuning in to this breakdown of Area by Autodesk. I really hope that you enjoyed the video and that you'll join me by uploading your portfolio and spending some time in the community as I plan on doing myself. So if you think this platform is a right fit for you, go ahead and use the link down below. Check out their website and also download their iOS or Android apps. I would love to hear your feedback down below on what was your favorite feature of the platform that I demonstrated, as well as if this is a platform that you see yourself using. Until we meet again, folks, I will catch you next time.